Hello people, today's video is going to be all about my body postpartum and getting back to normal. I know I'm only 2 months postpartum, so typically this is my third postpartum experience. With my first two, it took me about, at least a year to get back to like my postpartum weight or body or feeling like myself again, you know what I mean? I definitely don't feel like my body is my own still, even after pregnancy and having my third baby. He's sleeping right here, so if I'm looking down, you're like, what is she looking at? I'm looking at my baby. But yeah, I'm breastfeeding, and I extend breastfeed far past a year to 2 years, and so I really don't feel like my body is my own until like the breastfeeding journey, until the baby starts to like taper down on breastfeeding. So that normally happens around a year's time. But I was physically active up until having him. I worked out during my pregnancy, so I thought my postpartum jumping back into fitness would be a breeze. I thought, okay, well, I ran a marathon. Yes, I ran a marathon a year ago in January, and that was like the most fit I've been in my entire life. For me, it's less about like the weight on the scale. So I will say, I have a list, but I'm not looking at it. I'm just gonna say what's coming to my mind, obviously. So if it's a little scatterbrained, that's just how I am. So the weight on the scale, like it's less about that for me. I still have about 10 pounds to go until I'm back to my pre-pregnancy weight. But for me, it's more about feeling better and like feeling healthy and fit. And for me, like being fit comes in like so many shapes and sizes. As a runner, I see so many people running who are 20 pounds more than me, 30, 40 pounds more than me even, and they run faster than me or they run longer than me, and I'm like, dang, I want to be like them, So it's less about me, like the actual size. So I don't like measure myself. I try to stay off of the scale. Like I'll keep weight just to keep accountability for like these videos, but otherwise, because I kept up with like, oh, how much did I gain during my pregnancy? Which by the way was like 42 pounds. I gained a lot. I typically gain a lot during my pregnancies. I have big babies. And yeah, so I still have, I think, about 10 pounds to go. I haven't weighed myself in a couple weeks, so maybe it's a little less than that. But for me, when I was my healthiest weight, or my healthiest, like feeling the most healthiest, I was probably this, I don't want to say I was the smallest I've ever looked, but definitely have been below the weight. I think for me, like being toned and having a little bit of muscle on me, yeah, bumps up your weight on the scale, but for me, like I feel better and I look better. So yeah, I wanted to also invite you along with me on this journey of mine. And if you have an Instagram, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I post like, I've been working out for, I think 2 weeks now. 2 weeks. I've been back at the gym. It has not been very consistent, which is why I wanted to do this. Today is Friday, and I meant to go to the gym on Friday. I don't typically go to the gym on Fridays, but I missed my Wednesday workout because we had a doctor's appointment in the morning. So I was like, oh, I'll make up for it on Friday. And then Friday rolls around, and I have so many things to do, so I was like, nah, I'll skip it. But then I shouldn't have skipped it. I should have gone to the gym and then did the stuff that I needed to do. You know what I mean? So I want to keep myself accountable. I do post to Instagram every now and again when I'm running or whatever. I cross train a lot. So if you work out and you post on Instagram, tag me, or hashtag, I don't really know how that works, but hashtag JUSTDOITANDLIVE. That's like my all-time favorite. It's not a quote, but like that's something that I live by, the Nike saying just do it, and then I kind of added like the and live part, because sometimes when I feel like, okay, I don't feel like going to the gym today, I don't feel like running 5 miles, I don't feel like doing homework, or whatever it is, in my mind I'm like, just do it and live, like do it and get it over with, so you don't have to think about it anymore. I tell my husband that all the time, just do it and live, get over it, you know what I mean? So if you want to join this journey with me, and I would love to follow your journey as well, hashtag just do it and live, and we'll be riding this awesome train together. Okay, so I went back to the gym, like I said, 2 weeks ago, and oh my gosh, getting back on the wagon was so much harder than I thought it would be. I was like, you got this, girl, like you ran during your pregnancy, Oh my gosh, no, I could not get through half of a mile. One, without like physically being like, oh my God. And I do have 10 extra pounds on me, so maybe one, that's a factor. And two, like I haven't ran. He's 2 months postpartum. I didn't run the last 2 months of my pregnancy. I worked out a little bit, but very lightly. And yeah, it was a struggle. Even now, 2 weeks going back at the gym, I ran 2 miles yesterday, yeah, Thursday. And it's like, it's not easy. It's hurting. I'm hurting. My body is like, and like it's a good hurt. I like that feeling when I'm sore or whatever, you know, it hurts so good, that kind of feeling, and I like that. But at the same time, I'm like, dang, I only ran 2 miles. And I know, like, I should be thinking, yes, I ran 2 miles. Like, that is 2 miles more than I ran on Wednesday or Tuesday or whatever, you know? And I should be happy about that and take pride in the fact that yes, I ran 2 miles, and I am somewhat coming around to the fact that like, yes, I need to be proud about these little accomplishments. But in my mind, when I'm running, I think back like, oh my gosh, you are struggling to run 1 mile through, girl. Like, and I think a year ago I ran 26.2 miles with, you know, whatever. And, you know, to think like during when I was training for my marathon, I ran 5 miles twice a week, and that was like my easy run, just like get on a treadmill, run 5 miles, get off, and that was nothing. But now to get back on it and get back at it, just to run half a mile, 1 mile, in my mind I'm like, oh my God, this hurts, everything hurts and I'm dying, right? I need that on a shirt. Everything hurts and I'm dying. I want to do like a gym clothes haul because there's so many shirts that I want to buy for like working out, because none of my gym clothes fit me. That's another thing. And like I'll try to squeeze them on, but then I feel like, oh my gosh, like it's like sausage casing in these gym clothes that I have, because 10 pounds, like I'm not a big person, but like 10 pounds on my frame, I guess is, and then after you have a baby too, like your hips expand, everything is just bigger. So whatever, I need more clothes. But then if I buy the bigger clothes, maybe that won't motivate me enough to like fit back into my pre-pregnancy clothes. But that's not what it's all about. It's all about getting healthy and whatever. So I wrote down, it's like starting over, because for me, like going back to the gym is like baseline. You know what I mean? I do group fitness classes, and going back in them, one in particular, the instructor gives you like 3 different levels. So like level 1, level 2, level 3. And level 3 is the most intense. Level 1 is like beginner. So back before I, you know, had my 3rd baby, I was like doing level 3 stuff. And then I went back into this class and I'm doing like level 1 stuff and like struggling to go through level 1. But that's what it's about. And I know like other people in the class are really encouraging, and they're not looking at me like, oh my gosh, she's doing level 1. Like, yes, I'm there, I showed up, I'm doing it, and really that's all that matters. If you show up for yourself and put in the work, you're going to see the results, and then maybe next week you can do a little bit more or work a little bit harder toward doing like level 2 activities. You know what I mean? Even if like you're not a runner, I like to run, I enjoy running, or at least I used to enjoy running, and I will get back there again. But yeah, if you're not a runner, like go walk outside for 5-10 minutes. If you don't have a gym membership, like go to Target and pick up some 5-pound weights, and it doesn't take much. There are so many like workout DVDs out there that I had, you know, when I was postpartum with my first, before I joined a gym, and those really helped me too. And I will list a couple in the description box of my favorite. There's 2 that stand out in my mind that I really, really enjoyed and that I would reach for a lot. I haven't used them in years, so honestly, I don't know if they still sell them. They should, because they're DVDs, right? They don't like go out of season or stock, whatever. Maybe they don't, I don't know. Okay, so I wanted to make this video, I don't know if it will be a series or more like a once a month update, or I don't know if it will be on Instagram. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I do know on my channel I want to start sharing more like healthy versions, or like healthy snack options, or healthier dinner options. So I've looked into, if you haven't heard, like plant-based diet. I've never been on a diet my entire life. This is like a lifestyle change. And for me, it's not like a change. It's just like taking those little steps to become healthier, which is what we all want. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've been looking on Pinterest for like plant-based recipes and plant-based meals and all that kind of stuff. And I also have started to like meal prep, kind of, more lunch than anything else, because I'm home for dinner. I'm home to make dinner. And so yeah, if you're interested in like seeing healthier dinner recipes or something like that, that's what hopefully I will be starting to share. I will also be sharing like non-healthy recipes like brownies and cake, like stuff that I love and enjoy and will not be taking out of my diet ever, because I don't like to deprive myself. And I feel like if there is a food that I tell myself, okay, don't eat this food for a month or whatever, for that 1 month, that food is going to be the only thing that I will be thinking about. So I have never deprived myself or never been like, you know, don't eat this, because that's the way our mind works. It doesn't resonate negatives. A baby boy. He's like, Mom, stop talking. I'm trying to sleep. All right, he is nursing, which is also a great calorie burner postpartum, I might add. They say it burns like 500 calories a day. I don't know. It also depends on how much you nurse and all that kind of stuff. But piggybacking off of what I was just saying, abs are made in the kitchen. I've heard that my whole life. I used to have abs in high school, and then I realized I don't care about having abs. Like, I don't care. My core is probably the weakest it has ever been in my entire life, and I've noticed that too in like my workout classes. When it's time to do the ab workouts, it is not happening for me. Like, woo, it is tough. And I know during pregnancy your abs like literally separate and then they go back together. Oh my gosh, my core muscles are like basically non-existent. So that is one thing that I will be working harder on. And also when you're running, to have good form, you use a lot of your core. So, and you know, that will help me as well to like run longer. I need that core strength that I am lacking at. So yeah, I don't have abs, and I probably never will have like a six-pack, because I love brownies and cake, and I love to eat. I eat a lot too. If you've seen my like what I eat in a day, you know I eat a lot. That's like a normal day for me. Okay, and then the second thing, I don't know, 22nd thing, I wanted to say or ask you guys about dry brushing. So I have saggy skin. This is my third baby. I had saggy skin after my first baby. My babies are huge, 9-pounders. This one was almost 10 pounds. So my skin stretched out a lot, and it never, like, I know postpartum, even like a couple years postpartum, my tummy will flatten out again, but I'll still have like that little bit of sag there. Not to the point where I like need a tummy tuck or even care, because I don't wear bikinis or anything. But I have heard that if you dry brush your skin, that's supposed to help with like your saggy skin and cellulite and that kind of stuff. Have you guys heard about this? If you have, let me know below. I've been like dry brushing now and then, only because I've heard that it detoxes your body. I don't know if any of this is true, but I figure my skin is super dry. For some reason or another, my skin is dry. I drink a ton of water, but where was I going with that? I dry brush. Oh, the flabby skin. I don't know. I've been dry brushing. I'll let you guys know on my update if I feel like that's working or not. So far, nothing. I mean, it hurts. It hurts to dry brush. I hope I'm using the right dry brush. I bought one, and they say if your skin isn't pink when you're done dry brushing, then you're not doing it right. It hurts my skin to dry brush, but beauty is pain, right? Who came up with that? Anyway, I think that's all. That is all I wrote down on my notes about like this body after baby fitness journey. I would love to share this journey with you guys. So again, hashtag JUSTDOITANDLIVE on Instagram, and yeah, hopefully we can like have an awesome journey together to, you know, whether you're postpartum or not, whatever. It's the new year, kind of. It's like the end of February. But if, you know, you can start at any time. Each day is a new beginning. You know, have you heard of that saying? So if you guys have any like tips or motivation or anything to share, comment down below. I'd love for this to be like an open conversation type of thing. And also I wanted to add, as motivation, eventually I will sign up for like probably a half marathon. Maybe I'll do a 5K first just to like motivate me a little bit. But yeah, I will do a race just to motivate my mind a little bit. And I think that's a great tip as well. If you're striving towards something, make goals. And I'm trying my best to make little goals. And you know, if you make the little goals, once you reach them, it's like getting a medal every week. You know what I mean? It's like that little boost of confidence that you need. If you make a huge goal for yourself, yes, eventually you will hopefully meet that goal. But if you make little goals in between, I think it's so much more fun that way, to like each time you meet them, you get a little more pride and you get a little more happy and confident. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you continue to watch this journey of mine, and I hope I don't let you down. I hope I don't let you down, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Like we'll have memories, but we ended up buying a mask. All right, we're gonna decorate. Let's go.